Babe of the day. Babe of the day. Nicolette Scorsese. She's absolutely outstanding, but people really only know her for one movie. Nicolette played Mary in the comedy classic National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. She played opposite of Chevy Chase and was the fantasy dream woman of his Clark Griswold character. When you first see her, she's a clerk at the department store. The next time you see her, she is in Clark's fantasy sequence when he's envisioning the swimming pool he's going to buy. Although her moments in the film are brief, they are highly memorable and get a lot of rewind time. Nicolette has autographed countless pictures from this movie over the years. She was actually in a number of TV and movies before and after Christmas Vacation. Before that, she was a successful model. Her first acting job was as Cindy in an episode of The A-Team from 1985. At this time, her name was spelled differently. Nicolette made herself popular with the legendary TV show maker Stephen J. Cannell and his buddy Frank Lupo, next appearing in the first two episodes of their short-lived police comedy series, The Last Precinct from 1986. How short-lived? It lasted only 8 episodes. It seems odd given the fact that it had such an excellent cast including Ernie Hudson, Wings Hauser, Adam West, Keenan Wynn, and others. The next year, she appeared in an episode of the famous sitcom Charles in Charge. The year after that, she appeared as Melissa Cody in the suspense thriller movie Perfect Victims. Her first name still had a K in it at this time. Although Nicolette plays an important character and has a lot of screen time, this is probably the least known of the shows she's been in. The movie is about a psycho who got AIDS and is now taking out his wrath on beautiful, innocent women. It had a cast of well-known actors and was well made. I'm surprised it wasn't more successful than it was. It may have been a matter of timing. Movies about crazy killers have been around forever, but in the late 1980s, they weren't quite as fashionable as they would become in the early 1990s. Her next movie after that, however, would fare a whole lot better. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation came out in 1989 and became an instant classic. It was the third film in the Vacation series. Not only is it one of the best-liked vacation movies, it's also one of the best-liked Chevy Chase movies, and one of the best-liked Christmas movies of all time. It's not surprising that this would be Nicolette's best-known acting credit. As an actress, though, she had to feel like, what the heck? Considering the fact that she had done bigger parts before this. You have to take success from where you can find it. It just so happens that although Mary didn't get a lot of screen time in Christmas Vacation, she stood out and made herself likable and memorable. If it was just the department store scene, I don't think people would remember her as much. When they came back to her with the fantasy swimsuit scene, that's when she became an iconic character. Amazingly, after this success, Nicolette took a break from acting. Since 1985, she had been doing at least one acting job a year. She didn't come back until 1993 with the movie Aspen Extreme. Without being mean, I've got to say that I didn't enjoy Aspen Extreme. I wanted to like it and looked forward to watching it. Paul Gross was the star, and I really like him as an actor. Due South was a cool TV show. Aspen Extreme, however, was a drama about ski instructors. I thought it would be funnier, have more action, something. It bombed in theaters at the time, and even though it was touted as Top Gun on the ski slopes, it was a lot closer in tone to another Tom Cruise movie, Cocktail. I don't like Top Gun or Cocktail either. Nicolette played the minor character of Tina. Whatever happened after Nicolette's break, she continued to be in shows that were nowhere near as esteemed as her 1985 to 89 projects. That's not casting any shade on her. She was as awesome as ever. It's just that she wasn't getting into as good of stuff. Also in 1993 came the movie Boxing Helena, a bizarre thriller that had a lot of real-life legal drama behind the scenes, only to fail miserably in theaters. Nicolette had the smaller role of a nurse and fantasy lover. Her last thing in 1993 was the part of hostess number 1 in the comedy short film The Waiter. 1993 wasn't a very good year for Nicolette. 1994 was a bit better. She got a part in the popular legal drama series LA Law. Later that year, she was in the TV movie Girls in Prison, which was a crime drama. Although it still isn't a well-known TV movie, it's notable for having an early role by the actress Anne Heche, along with other Hollywood notables like John Polito and Ione Skye. It was also on the Showtime network, so it got a bit more visibility than her previous year's acting jobs. The next year was an episode of the legendary medical drama ER and the cop drama NYPD Blue. The year after that was another obscure TV drama movie, The Ultimate Lie. It wasn't until 1998 that she acted again in the action short film Lone Greasers. She had the coolest character name of her career in this one, Excelsior. After that, in 2000, she made one last acting appearance. It was in another episode of NYPD Blue, and she played Busty Barmaid number 2. Nicolette was awesome in the part she played, but I do think she needed to be in more comedy movies and action-type shows that guys wanted to see. The drama shows and dark, weird thrillers just don't get it. Publicly, Nicolette has always kept a low profile. She did date some well-known actors, though, including Sean Penn and Antonio Sabato Jr. Despite her last name, she is absolutely no relation to the legendary filmmaker Martin Scorsese. Compared to most recognizable actresses of the 1980s, Nicolette didn't make as many screen appearances. But when you see her, you know exactly who she is and what she's famous for. In a way, she had the best of both worlds. She had the on-screen recognition, but managed to evade the harsh tabloids that plagued so many other actresses. I'm happy for her in that regard, because no entertainer should have her name smeared and privacy totally invaded. People need to be nicer to their celebrities. It's easy to be nice to Nicolette because she's a likable beauty who played a number of endearing characters. Nicolette Scorsese meets all the qualifications for a Babe of the Day, Babe of the Day.